All right, we're live.
Oh. I wrote that. I don't think my mom wants this one because it says fucking on it. Welcome, everybody, to the podcast. This is our first live episode, hopefully. Our fucking last live one, because it's to the point where I had to change stories for this episode because we filmed this not once, but twice, and the files were corrupted both times. And now it's like, I can't repeat myself again. I can't do it.
No. Yeah, it sucked.
So this is episode 6, School Days, How Are We Parents podcast. I think I went over that enough already. I guess we don't have to talk about why the episode was late the first time because we were sick. But yeah, now it's late because fuck Google Chromebooks. Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to say what brand. That's live. You can't take it. Can't edit. Fuck them. Anyway, so for the first story that I had today, it's about I was in 8th grade, and I had just immaculate hair, just luscious golden locks. You know, I had the Bieber before Bieber was Bieber.
Oh boy.
And I had this girlfriend, and we were pretty hot and heavy. It was serious. I mean, we went all the way to holding hands to that's it. But it was hot. It was laced. It wasn't cupped. So that's like second base for an 8th grader. And 8th grade, our history teacher was Mr. Funheller. This guy was a prick. He's always red in the face, even when he was calm. I think that's got to be a disease or something. Assholeitis or something. I can't remember what it's called. He's a dick. Fuck you. Fuck you, Mr. Funheller. I still hate you.
Move on, babe.
Sorry. So she was just leaving Mr. Funheller's class as I was coming in. And Mr. Funheller at this time had this student teacher that was probably like 24 and earmuffs. She was a fucking smoke show, okay? She was very hot. And and she gave me like extra attention. And the way I took it was like, she's fucking into me. I'm going to fuck a teacher. I'm going to be on the news just like that other kid. But really, she was giving me all this extra attention because I'm fucking dumb. And I needed help with my work. But 8th grade Tyler, that's not how I saw it. I was like, we're probably going to get married. And I'm never even going to have to work. She's a teacher. She's loaded. Because every 8th grader thinks that teachers are rich.
Right.
I was like, I got this fucking sewed up. I just got to get rid of the old baggage. It was Valentine's Day. And the girl was leaving Mr. Funheller's as I was walking in. And she goes, Tyler, I made you a Valentine. And I was like,
did she really talk like that? Like an 80-year-old woman?
I don't know. Probably not. But she hands it to me, and I'm like, thanks. And I open it, and I look at it, and it goes, I love you so much. You make me so happy. Happy Valentine's Day. And I was like, threw it right in the garbage in front of the teacher, the student teacher. She's like, oh, Tyler, did you throw your Valentine in the garbage? Are things not going okay? I was like, there's someone else. I think you know who that is. She didn't like that. And she wasn't into me. It wasn't actually a thing. And she was kind of a bitch the rest of the year, too. Probably because she saw I was such an asshole.
Did she find out that you liked her?
She had to have known when I gave her the eyes. It's like, there's someone else.
The good once over.
I probably gave it one of these, too, with my hair. You know, I had hair then. So, you, me, McDonald's after school. What do you think? You pay. I don't have a job.
Speaking of McDonald's, were you fat then? You were fat.
Yeah, I was. My notorious 8th grade yearbook picture. That's that.
Oh, nice.
I had chins and tits. And I still had so much self-confidence to be hitting on a 24-year-old. Fucking A. Damn it. All right. Yeah, you got one, right?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of breakups and middle school, mine was middle school. Yours was high school, wasn't it?
No, mine was middle school.
Yours. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had this boyfriend in middle school. I can't remember what grade it was. Probably 7th or 8th, I think.
Is it pretty
it's a
serious?
Typical relationship in middle school. So like, don't talk to each other outside of school, but like, hang out at lunch, sit together,
hold hands.
Yeah, that type of stuff. So anyway, homecoming.
Is he bigger than me, or
no? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Anyway.
So homecoming, I think it was coming up, and I was all psyched. We were going to go together, color coordinated and everything. So I freaking got ready the day of. I had a black and white dress, like got my hair curled and everything. It was looking hot, and I'm like, he's going to freaking love this. Like, just fucking just eat me up with his eyes, because I was not into that shit when I was that age. But anyway, and so I get to the dance. I meet my friends outside, and we're just taking pictures and stuff, all in our dresses. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, when's he going to get here? And
my favorite part's coming.
Right. He doesn't show. And like, it's getting to the point where the dance has like already started. So my friends are like, okay, we're going to go in now. And I'm like, shit, he hasn't come yet. So I like pulled my phone out and I called him, and I was like, hey, I'm at the dance, like waiting for you outside. It's already started. Like, my friends are going in. Like, where are you? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. My mom won't let me go. So I think they had something going on or something that night, but he had not told me this beforehand. So I was just like, yeah, we're done. Click. Just like fucking broke up with him then and there.
We're live and we can't edit right now, right?
Yeah.
His name was Will. Fuck you, Will.
Right. Will, that was mean.
Yeah. Way to go, buddy.
It's okay. I ended up going in and having fun anyway, but it was really awkward after that, because I was just like, yep, we're done.
What kind of situation was it, though? Like, did you guys have classes where you sat right next to each other in, or?
I don't think so. Not really.
No. Okay, so it couldn't have been that bad. Did he try, like, coming up and sitting next to you at lunch the next day, like, hey, babe?
No. He would try to, like, wave and stuff, but I think I just ignored him.
Can you wave like he would wave?
I don't know. Probably is, though. Right?
Oh.
Jesus. And I'm going to apologize. My nose is all stuffed up.
Yeah, we're still sick.
There's a sickness going around our house again, so.
It's not coronavirus. The wonderful Winona, Minnesota weather thing. There's like.
I think it's just a cold, honestly, now.
There's stuff going on. It always smells like a dumpster outside, and I think that's just because this town is a dumpster.
Jesus.
Fucking hate it here. Anyway. All right. So I was a freshman in high school, and every year when school started, I was like, all right, this is the year I'm actually going to try. I'm going to make my parents proud. I'm not going to fuck up. I'm not going to get Fs. And then Wednesday rolled around, and I was like, fuck this. Never mind. And I'd taken wood shop. Like, I thought, I'll take wood shop. My dad went to school with the woodshop teacher, and they're kind of friends. And the teacher's brother was my football coach. This will be great. Awesome. I'm already in. I'm in. And so I took that class, and there was this 12th grader that was just a fucking douchebag. I can't remember what his name was. Richie or Ricardo? Rickard? Chardo?
Did you hear my nose there?
Sound like a queef. Anyway, fuck dumb is like hitting on all the freshman girls, and there's one specifically that he's like talking to while he's working the table saw, and I'm just in the back cutting stuff and then throwing it away, like doing that. I was past Wednesday, so I had already given up on school for the year. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna work until I die anyway, so does it really matter? Guess what? No, it didn't, because I graduated high school and I still work. It made no difference.
Right.
But I'm just sitting there and I'm like, watch him go, so, I have a car, put gas in it. Maybe after school we could, and then the girl's face was just like, and he goes, ah! This blood-curdling fucking scream. And then he goes down and picks his pinky up and looks at that and screams again. And I'm just like, oh. I probably shouldn't have laughed, but he's a fucking dick.
Oh, well.
And this girl, what does she do? Just calmly turns around and walks away. So it's fucking freaking out. Ambulance comes, takes him away for a pinky. Long story short, yeah, they reattached it. But like the next day in woodshop, he's like, giving everybody there's accidents. That's why you pay attention. All right, everybody, let's go out to the woodshop. Safety first. I didn't get the fuck out of that chair. I just stayed in the chair, and he's like, Harshman, let's go. And I was like, no, It's like, why? I was like, I'm next. I don't know if you see what I'm doing out there, but paying attention isn't one of those things. Fuck that. I'll sit right here. He's like, well, why don't you just take a study hall then? I was like, so I'm going to do the same thing there. Nothing. So I'm just going to sit here and
take my F.
Take my F. Fucking forget it. And he's like, fine. Just sit there and be a failure. I was like, good.
He actually called you a failure?
A lot of teachers called me a failure. But look at me now. I have a not successful podcast.
Hey.
We're
working on it.
We'll get there.
Mm-hmm. Well, right. Speaking of bleeding, that's a good little transition there. When I was in 6th grade, I had what every girl has, aka my first period. And
I'm not uncomfortable.
This story took place shortly after I'd gotten my first period. So probably like the next month or whatever. So I thought I was prepared because the first time I'd gotten it, I was at home. So my mom helped me and stuff. But apparently I was not this time. So anyway, my schedule was I would go from, I think, like social studies to computer ed, which is like a typing class that's in my middle school, which is ironically was taught at the time by my brother's now mother-in-law.
I know her.
Yeah.
I've met her.
But anyway, so I go from social studies to computer ed, just sitting there typing, wrists up, because we'd get yelled at if we let our wrists go down even a little bit.
And yours are always so limp. Go on.
I flex my wrist. What are you talking about?
Nothing.
So anyway, like just typing away, and I like glance over and I happen to see my social studies teacher like talking to my computer ed teacher, and I'm like, what the hell? But I didn't really think much of it because I'm like, they're right down the hall from each other, probably friends, whatever. And then I see my computer ed teacher come over to me, and she goes, hey, can we talk for a minute? And I'm like, sure. And she proceeds to tell me that, like, I had bled through my pants, apparently, onto my chair in my social studies class, and the next student must have noticed and told the teacher.
Can you imagine if you didn't notice and just sat in it?
Right? True.
I'd be so pissed.
Mm-hmm. So I was like fucking mortified at that point. I was like, oh God, like that's embarrassing. So she let me call my dad, and he had to come get me, and I had to change pants and everything. And it was just It was a mess. Thankfully, I had a sweatshirt that I could like tie to around my waist to like cover up the stain that was on my pants.
Yeah.
But like every girl, unless you're lying, you have a story about bleeding through your pants. If not in school, at least in public. So like you know how friggin' mortifying it is, especially as like a middle school girl. Oh my god, it was bad. I wanted to cry. But anyway.
I mean, you could have just told people, I had bad Chipotle. Sorry, guys. Bloody farts.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Well, you could have covered it up.
I guess, yeah.
Jesus. So, to this day, I'm 28 years old. I have to ask Cass a lot of things, like, about the human body, because I got kicked out of health class when I was a freshman in high school. And I graduated without getting a health credit. I don't know how that's possible. But like, yeah, that happened. It was the first week when they're like, we're going to talk about penis. We're going to talk about vaginas. And it's not a laughing matter. This teacher was such a bitch. And it took at the beginning anyway. And she's like, and if anybody laughs at the word penis or the word vagina, you're going to come up to the front of the class and you're going to say it to the class 10 times. She didn't burp, but I had to get that out. And like, I don't know. I think she probably made it like 3 or 4 minutes into it. And she's like, penis has blood vessels in it. And I start laughing because she's talking about cocks up there. Mm-hmm. She goes, Harshman, front of the class. So I had to go up front and be like, penis, 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 penis. I made it so much worse because I was like being like a smart ass about it. And I made it all the way to 10. And then I looked at her and went, penis. So I said it 11 times. She goes, out of my class. And I just never was let back in. So actually, I don't really know how the human body works that much.
True. He asked me a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Like, what's a period? What does spotting mean? What do you mean you're pregnant? All sorts of shit. Like
how did that happen?
But, but yeah, yeah, no health credit.
Oh my. All right.
Jesus.
Sorry.
I got more stories. I don't know which story you're going to tell next.
The smoking one.
All right.
And speaking of good health, not really.
Hi, Auntie Momo. Is that proof enough that we're live? Jesus. Sorry, my sister texts me and goes, prove that you're live. Do something only I can see, or I would.
She doesn't talk like that.
Yeah, it's more like, I better not finish that. Get us canceled.
But anyway, speaking of practicing good health, back in high school, like freshman year, I used to hang out with some friends, and we were kind of rebels, I guess you could say. You know,
hardcore,
all the hardcore stuff. Like, no, not really, but we would. My friend,
fuck. 715. Like that's represent.
Oh yeah, the 715.
That's fucking hardcore.
Anyway, I had a friend whose older sister, if we gave like $20 to, would smuggle us a pack of cigarettes.
What a fucking ripoff.
Camel Crushes, you know. So the bad stuff. I hate menthol now. Anyway, and so we thought we were badass by smuggling cigarettes into school, and then on our lunch breaks, we'd go a few blocks away from the school so no one could see us, and we also knew we were off school property. We just, we so fucking cool, like smoking cigarettes at like 15, like thinking we're just badass bitches, like go back to class after spraying our cheap ass perfume on that probably did not mask the odor at all, and just like seeing my math teacher because that's the class I had right after lunch. Just
Yeah.
like give me looks, and I'd just be like,
Oh my God, tell me you did the peace sign with it.
probably, honestly, I love the peace sign. I like to throw up a good peace sign, you know.
Jesus Christ.
So that was my rebelling. Some of my rebelling.
All right, I got one story. I got a story about a guy that I was really good friends with. I'm still friends with him. How's it going, Jake? I'm not gonna say your last name because I don't know if you can get in trouble for this still. But 10th grade, Jake would take Adderall. Like, he was prescribed it, but he didn't like taking it. You ever notice anybody that's prescribed Adderall never likes to take it?
They literally never take
They
it.
fucking
They
hate
always
it.
like sell it or give it to their friends or some shit. Yeah.
Well, I was not prescribed it, and I loved it. So he would cheek that shit in the fucking office, come back, hawk it in his hand, and go, "Here you go." And I'd go, "Thank you." And then I would focus on drawing, really. I still wasn't doing work. But I remember, where was I going to go with that one? Yeah. Okay. So I used to get high on this shit at school, and then I didn't have a job anymore because Burger King, I quit showing up. And I was able to buy
it Burger King.
Oh. So I used to work at this place in Chippewa. It's in the middle. I already said it. Fucking Burger King. Fuck. Oh well. I don't have anything bad to say about it this time. So I worked there, and I made enough money one check to buy an Xbox 360 and Madden 09, and then I just kind of never went back to work. So I had to do other shit for money. Like I would take, not like really stunts or bets or anything, but I would do shit for money. Like one day.
Dares.
Yeah, dares. Like, I bet I can put this paperclip through my ear. And then everybody said, no, you can't. And then I said, watch this. And I fucking pushed a paperclip through my earlobe.
Is that why your earlobe's fucked up?
They're both not right. But that's why this one's fucked up. I made like $31.
There you go.
And then another day, the first art class of 10th grade, we had to make a bubblegum sculpture. So like everybody got a fucking gumball, and you chew it for a minute, spit it on a piece of paper, use toothpicks, fucking whatever. It was the alt school, so they had a lot of hope for us anyway. So they weren't giving us real hard tasks. You know what I mean? You kind of get where I'm going here. You know? So I won because I tried to make that Land Before Time dinosaur with the long neck but I kept fucking the legs up. So I just kind of made them into fins, and it was the Loch Ness Monster, and I won. But they had put that piece of gum with the paper on the wall for the whole year. We're on the last week of school, and I'm like, fuck, I need some money. I have any money. I was smoking at the time. I was like, I need cigarettes. Those cost money. I got an idea. I was like, how much would you guys give me if I took that gum off the wall and ate it? Now, I had seen people touch it throughout the year, spit on it. There was like fucking rocks in it now. And I think they pulled together like $25. So I chewed the gum. I started blowing bubbles with it to really fuck with people. And then I chewed it for an hour longer than I had to, just to like really gross people out. And then I swallowed it. Thanks, Adderall. But
oh my god.
Do you have one more story? Because I have one more about Evan.
Trying to think.
You took too long.
Okay.
Speaking of Adderall, me, Marcus, and Evan are seniors in high school, and one day we decided to all take Adderall.
We're seniors in high school.
Well, Evan was a senior twice. We were seniors in high school, and we all took Adderall. And I sat next to Evan for like the first 3 class periods, and I had never seen Evan do drugs before ever.
Mm.
He's annoying as fuck. Evan collects football cards, and all 3 class periods, the whole time he'd be like, "Say Tyler." Evan's braces were too tight. I don't know if I went over this. He says his braces were too tight, and that's why he whistles when he talks. Boys, I think he just whistles. But it's less now that he doesn't have braces, but still he'd be like, we were sitting there and he'd be like, "Say Tyler." Like, yeah, what? Like, do you know Sean Green, the running back for the New York Jets? Like, yeah, I got his rookie card. Like, that's nice, Evan. It's great. Tyler, what? Do you remember Michael Vicks? Michael Vicks? No, I know Michael Vick. That's what I said, Michael Vick. Yeah, I got 3 of his rookie cards. This motherfucker, do you know Nnamdi Asomugha? It's Nnamdi Asomugha. Yeah, Nnamdi Asomugha. I have his rookie card.
Oh my.
3 fucking hours. I'm high too. He's ruining it. So it's lunch, and we're fucking walking through the lunch line. He's like, "Marcus, Tyler, you guys know Aaron Rodgers?" No shit. Yeah, we live in Wisconsin. I think we know who he is. Mm-hmm. I got 4 rookie cards. Mint.
The same card? Oh.
Be like, I was going to fucking lose it. I was going to kill him. Those thoughts went through my head. And it was soup and sandwich day. Soup and sandwich day, boys. And for that, you get either peanut butter and jelly sandwich, 2 of them, or 2 ham and cheese sandwiches, and then whatever the soup was. Sometimes it was broccoli and cheddar, or chicken noodle. Yeah.
Damn, you guys were good on portions. Our school was like 1 each.
Our fucking school kicked ass for like having 30 kids total. We had a pool table in the lunchroom. Like you just shoot pool. And that's where the pool table comes into the story. So we sit down and Evan goes, "What? Just forgot my milk. Be right back, guys. Tell you about the other rookie cards I got." I was like, "I'm gonna kill him." I looked over, I saw the pool chalk, and I went, "Give me a sandwich." Mark's like, "Why? Just give me a fucking sandwich." And I'm so fucking high on Adderall and zoned in, I peel that open so perfectly. Don't leave a fingerprint on the bread, nothing. Lift it up, and I proceed to start taking this pool chalk and just fucking breaking corners off of it, and I'm putting it all over in this peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I close it real nice and soft, and put it back in there, put it back in the bag, and he comes back, sits down, cracks his milk open, and goes, "Roost thirsty." Still don't know what roost thirsty means. I'm pretty sure he's trying to say I was thirsty, but slams the whole fucking thing. Now you got to dry swallow your sandwich on Adderall where your mouth's already dry, you fucking idiot. Anyway, I love you, Evan. I still love you. You're a good guy.
We love you, Evan.
He takes a bite of his sandwich, and I'm sitting there like, and then takes another bite, and I'm like,
okay. Wait.
Takes another bite.
Delayed reaction.
I was like, what's going on? Finishes both sandwiches. Doesn't say a word. And I was like, "Evan, how was the sandwich?" He's like, "It's pretty good. Pretty good." It's like, "Really? Because you just ate a whole fucking brick of pool chalk." It's like, "Pool chalk?" I thought it was crunchy mayonnaise. Like, it's peanut butter and jelly. It's fucking, I have a million stories like that. Evan drives me fucking, I'm mad again. Just telling the fucking story. Fuck off, Evan. God. All right. Love you. You're a good guy. I don't want to hear about your football cards. Okay. Your turn.
I do have a quick one. Speaking of fucking with people. Not fucking with my friend, but fucking with a teacher. So back in middle school and high school, I was in choir. For choir, for middle school, it was all 3 years. High school, I took it like the minimum you had to take it, which was like a year or 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had my friend, her nickname was Callie in the class with me because we were both named Cassie. So we had to be original with the nickname. And so we called her Callie because she's from California. Yeah. Anyway, And we were both soprano twos, which is basically like a mixture of your range is like you can do alto or soprano. So we're basically like in between. And anyway, so we stood by each other, and I know my nose is bad. Stop looking at me.
I wasn't. I didn't.
But we stood together, and just to fuck with our choir director, right in the middle of songs, we'd just be singing, and then all of a sudden we just and just like proceed to like kind of like look like around a little bit, acting like, oh my God, what happened? Who did that? And then we just like keep going, like just random mooing and shit until he would stop the freaking song, and he'd just be like, okay, who's doing that? And we just like look around and like be like, what the? Yeah.
But how would he say it?
He asked that because my choir director was gay, so he's more like, who's doing that, guys? Come on. We're just like, well,
canceled.
Us.
I don't care. It's fucking funny.
So it was fun to just mentally torture him, just give him shit. It wasn't even like we didn't like that teacher. He was actually pretty cool. It was just to fuck around because we were bored during choir. So
I got to slip one more story in,
okay,
because I thought it'd make Jake happy.
Mm-hmm.
Jake's such a good guy. For my 16th birthday, we have the same scar too on our hands. I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably not.
Nah.
But yeah, we branded ourselves because we were going to be best friends for life.
That's deep.
I don't even know where you live anymore,
That's
Jake,
deep.
but we still talk
Dedication.
to each other. Me, Jake, and our buddy John still hang out with John to this day. I love that fucking guy. He's crazy. He's crazy though.
He's crazy in the good way though. Yeah, there's bad crazy and there's good crazy.
He's crazy where you're like, I'm glad he's my friend.
Yeah.
Crazy. But we go to Jake's sister's house. She's older, so she bought us like booze and everything else so I could really like celebrate the 16th birthday the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So we're drinking, and I had just started smoking cigarettes at that time. I was smoking Marlboros, boys. Marlboros. And I was like, I don't know why, but I was like, John, you know what would make my birthday awesome is if you smoked a cigarette with me. Thought it was, he's like, I can't do it. I won't do it. And I was like, well, you got to do something for me. And Jake goes, you should drink his piss.
Oh, God.
And I went, what? Jake goes, I'd rather drink the piss than smoke the cigarette. So I grabbed a cup and
That's
I
an
pissed.
odd choice. I think that was like the unpopular choice there.
It's what he wanted. He didn't get me a present, so this was my present. So I filled a 16-ounce glass full of just soup, brothy, yellow piss, and John drank the whole cup. And then he puked. And then after he's done puking, he's like, it actually wasn't that bad.
Oh, Jesus.
So there you go, Jake. There you got mentioned in two of them. Oh, shit. Oh, I have so many John stories. I'm waiting to have him as a guest to tell the rest of these stories.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's fucking crazy. One of the best friends I've ever had, and some of the worst stories that I've ever had. He's a really gifted magician. I'll just say that. Really gifted.
We'll tell that one.
Yeah, he has one specific magic trick I don't think anyone else will ever be able to do.
We'll leave you hanging, though.
Yeah.
Don't give any hints, because that's a good one.
Yeah, no. So I suppose it's about that time.
To wrap it up.
Hit me with the Florida stories.
All right, so we'll start with Florida Man. So the headline is Florida Man allegedly threw alligator around by tail to teach it a lesson.
Now, how big is this alligator if you're going to throw it around?
I don't know. That's a good... Good
It had to be a
question.
baby.
Unless he was like all drugged out, because you get like don't you,
Alligators
really
weigh like
strong?
700 pounds. Nobody's drugged out enough to fucking do that.
I don't know.
Maybe Braun Strowman or fucking Mark Henry, but like that'd be
Okay,
it.
fine. Maybe it's a little baby one. Teenager. I don't know. I don't know how alligators work. I just know not to fuck with them.
I know I don't like them.
Right? They're dinosaurs. Like they're here for a reason. Just don't fuck with them. But anyway, so this was dated the 15th of July in Daytona Shores, Florida. 32-year-old William Hodge, who was a fisherman, ironically, was arrested and charged with animal cruelty, possession, and injury of an alligator, unarmed burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, petite theft, which I'm assuming is just a misdemeanor, and criminal mischief.
I like the sound of it though.
Right, petite.
It's petite theft.
It's just you're small. It's
just
small
really small
theft, yeah. But
it's really nice and petite.
Mm-hmm. And he was this was after he was seen at around 3:20 in the morning attempting to throw an alligator on a roof on South Atlantic Avenue, along with police also observing him taking the gator by the tail and slamming it against a building awning, slamming it onto the ground, stomping on it twice, and then
stomping on it where its head. I
would guess so.
Fuck.
Or head or body, I don't know. Putting it over his shoulder and slamming it onto the ground again. He made no attempt to argue nor resist when they approached him and gave the reason of teaching it a lesson when asked why he did it, but the article didn't say like what the lesson was or anything. And alligators don't know, like they can't learn ABCs and stuff, so I don't know what lesson he was really teaching it.
Greco-Roman wrestling? I don't fucking know. It doesn't sound very good.
Right. But he did admit to jumping the fence to the alligator enclosure.
So he started it.
Congo River Golf Course and stealing the animal. So like, yeah, I guess steal it and then like teach it a lesson like, hey, don't steal. But so this was a big deal because alligators are now considered threatened. So they moved up a level from they were endangered, but now they're threatened with, just 1.25 million alligators living in Florida alone.
Such a small number.
Right? Just a handful. With poaching being illegal there. And while being held at the Daytona Beach Shores PD, he intentionally flooded his cell by filling the toilet bowl with wadded up toilet paper and repeatedly flushing. When asked why he was doing that, he only said he would flood the whole place.
See, it's guys like that. That's the reason, like prisons, you get like fucking 2 flushes a day,
right?
And that's it.
Right.
Way to ruin it for everyone, dude.
It's dedication, though. They probably don't get the best toilet paper. Probably like Scott or some shit.
It's probably like fucking sandpaper.
Right. The one ply just tears at it.
Bloody buttholes.
Right.
Constantly. Probably for more than one thing, seeing as how it's prison. I'm not going to say what it is, but I think you all know. But the toilet paper probably doesn't help.
Oh, yeah. And so it didn't really say like an ending to this. So I don't know what all he had to do like for time and everything, but he's now being held at the Volusia County Branch Jail.
These are my favorite ones coming up.
Right.
Florida ladies.
Mm-hmm. So this one
I can smell the meth.
Right, going with the theme of being naked again. Florida woman accused of skinny dipping in stranger's pool. And this was dated the 20th of July in Charlotte County, Florida. Heather A. Kennedy, 42, was arrested and charged with trespass in a structure or conveyance and resisting an officer without violence after she was accused of skinny dipping in a stranger's pool. So the story is that the homeowner told deputies that he returned home and found Kennedy in his pool after finding her clothes scattered around the lanai. I don't know. It's fancy. It's a fancy word.
I know linoleum.
Right? I don't. Anyway, he found her clothes, found her in the pool, called the cops. Deputies reported that she was hostile when they arrived and approached her, telling them to leave her alone. After asking her to get dressed multiple times. Jesus. After asking her to get dressed
They
multiple
smell
times.
like shit, too. Sorry.
And when she was finally dressed, she resisted arrest. And she also refused to give them her name, so they had to go through old jail booking photos, and they finally
Because of
identified
course
her.
she's been to jail before.
Right?
Of course she has. She's fucking pool hopping in Florida?
Right? So, I don't know what it is with naked. I guess it is humid and hot there, so maybe.
I have, like, an idea of what it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Meth.
Probably, honestly, if I lived in Florida, I'd probably wear like a bikini like 90% of the time.
I'm wearing one right now.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I just wish like the article would have said like how many teeth she had, because that would have really answered something for me.
Or had like a picture, yeah.
I guess. But I mean, if you'd have told me how many teeth, I would have known already. Anyway.
Just make that a standard in Florida, like number of teeth at the bottom.
Take the picture forward. Take the picture this way. How many teeth? You know, move them on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like how many teeth meth heads have is like when you cut a tree down and you count the rings, but in reverse. Like how many years has she been on meth? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. About 6 years, guys. So, you know, something.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we had. I promise you it was so much better when we recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
But going live was actually pretty cool. I wouldn't mind doing this again.
Yeah, me too.
My nipples have been hard the whole time. So.
Might have just been tender from being pregnant, you know.
You're pregnant? That fucking joke never gets old. Whose is it? That one doesn't either. Hit us up on social media. We have a Twitter. How Are We Parents?
With capitals for.
It's not How Are We Parents podcast, right?
No, just How Are We Parents.
Yeah, I fucking run the Twitter. I don't even know what it is. Jesus. How Are We Parents? Each word capitalized with the @ symbol thing in front of it.
Just the first letter of the word.
Yeah. And then we have the other
Instagram at How Are We Parents.
Yep. All those are lowercase. And then we have How Are We Parents p@gmail.com if you guys want to send in ideas for the next episode, or you just like to compliment me on my collection of wrestling shirts, or like my hairline is nice still. You can compliment her too, but it'll mean more to me. I'm the one that needs them.
No.
Anyway, I don't know how to end a live stream, but no free listening. Go subscribe. Quit being a fucking asshole. It means nothing to you guys. We make one video every 2 weeks. We're not going to flood your timeline.
And it's free.
And you're going to help us be able to get sponsored and keep doing this. And
please, send us ideas for what you want to see on here, what you want us to talk about. I'm sure we have stories for literally anything.
100% news stories, or if you want to hear more John stories, or you want me to bring some stories back. I did shit my pants on Tuesday, so there's another one in the books.
Add another tally to that.
Yeah, I was almost embarrassed a little bit, but I think the best part was like I farted and then I just went, fuck, shit myself again.
And that was also the day where Marcus pooped on the toilet, so like you guys switched roles. Yeah, his first poop on the toilet, yin and yang. So I mean, I had to take one in the pants, so. And then they switched again. They switched again because now Marcus is back to pooping in his pants every time. So. I don't know. My favorite part was when I was up and then walking to the bedroom. You're like, I like how you're really speed walking. I was like, I already shit my pants. There's no reason to rush now. Just let it happen.
Completely defeated. Shoulders dropped. Everything. Fucking 28 years old. But, all right, it's been a great show, I think. I don't know. I guess we'll see how many views we get.
All right.
Or it sucked, and we're sorry.
Nah.
I've never been sorry. But all right, go fuck yourselves.
Bye. All right, let's see if that works. Your stream will stop immediately.
Yeah.